Okay, here goes. I'm going for it. Welcome back to another episode of me trying to get my Mini Cooper S back on the road. What we're going to do right now is see if all of my hard work has actually paid off, and we're going to see if this thing actually moves under its own power. Needless to say, I am a little bit nervous about this, and I'll be completely honest, I'm still not 100% sure about this clutch. If you've seen my previous videos, you know I was having an awful amount of trouble with the slave cylinder, but this is where it comes together. I'm just going to have to give it a go, I suppose. Obviously, I can't actually drive it far. I can go to the end of this driveway because the car isn't road legal. No, won't go into gear. What? It went into gear the other day? Oh, you're joking. It was going into gear just fine yesterday. No, it won't go into gear. And the pedal's gone spongy again. Oh, you've got to be joking. It went into gear yesterday just fine and the pedal was fine. Oh. Absolutely nothing. Look, the pedal's just gone dead spongy. Completely different, literally, to yesterday. And it just won't go into any gear. Oh, I'm at my wit's end with this whole clutch situation. I really am. And I've put the car down off of its axle stands as well. And I wouldn't have done that if I thought everything was still broken. This clutch was absolutely fine yesterday. It felt completely different. I haven't changed anything. I haven't done anything. I don't know what that could be. Okay, right, wait. Quick update. I just pumped the clutch loads, and I also undid the cap on the master cylinder reservoir. The pedal was firmed up and it now goes into gear. I don't know, is this drivable now then? Oh, tricky one, I don't know, maybe I might just pull forward a little bit rather than actually drive around and take it anyway. I'll pull forward because then if it all dies I can just push it backwards. Okay, here goes. I'm going for it. She moves. We're moving. Oh, and we stop. Yeah. Okay, this clutch is 100% not sorted. I'm getting a whole range of different things. So with the engine on, if I leave it sitting for a bit, it's almost impossible to get into gear. If I pump the clutch pedal a few times, it will go into gear really easy. So I think there is still air in the system somewhere, or like I originally thought, which is why I changed the slave cylinder in the first place. Don't forget, I put the original slave cylinder back on in order to work out that the new one I bought was gammy. I mean, where does this leave me? What I'm gonna have to do is go and buy another new slave cylinder and then hope that that one actually fits properly, bleed it. Now I know how to actually bleed it and where I was going wrong with the last one, and then hopefully that sorts it all out for me. And now I suppose you can hear that as well. I've just had it running for a little while. It's all up to temperature. This is the longest I've had it running. Listen again. I've got air leak again somewhere. Well, look, there's no point getting down about it. The whole idea with me doing this was that I learn how to do it all, and you simply cannot learn without a load of mistakes. Imagine trying to learn the piano and you just started being able to play Beethoven straight away. Absolutely not going to happen. You have to start with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and even then when you do that you're going to get it wrong 9 times out of 10 at the beginning. Hello, it's been a couple of days since what you just saw there. I am really hoping that I can get this slave cylinder fixed today. I have bought another one and hopefully this is going to solve all of my problems. And seeing as I've done this now God knows how many times, I'm pretty sure that I can jack this Mini up onto axle stands on the front, get underneath and get the whole job done, or get the whole job attempted, well, easily in under an hour. Okay, so I'm just going to compress this like that. Right, so this is the new slave cylinder I've put on, and this is the exact same problem I was having with the other new one that I bought. It's really difficult to see, but this pipe, no matter what I do, will not fully seat into the new slave cylinder. There's a tiny gap, it's only a couple of mil, but no matter what I do, it just won't go all the way in. That pipe fits perfectly into the one that's just come off the car. Seats in there lovely, and I've checked to see if there's any seals or anything blocking it in there. There's nothing blocking it. I cannot work out why these two new slave cylinders I've got won't mate up to the feed line properly. That's what's causing me all this grief. I just cannot, no matter what I try, get that to squeeze down properly. So I'm just going to try and clamp it down with the G clamps, see if that does anything. Oh, go on, get in there. No, it doesn't want to know. And maybe if I attack it with these mole grips. No, that's not working. Has anybody else ever had this problem? I googled it, I couldn't find a single thing. So this is the first new one that I bought, and this is the original, if you like. And I'm just trying to like look inside to see if there's any noticeable differences inside the thing, but I can't even see anything in there either. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I really don't know what to do at this point. Okay, so I'm trying to think outside of the box here. So I've just had a bit of a harebrained scheme. This was the slave cylinder that was on the car. The feed line fits into this body just fine. There's clearly an issue with the piston or some of the seals or something. This is the slave cylinder that I bought. I've just disassembled it. I'm wondering if I can put these new components inside the old body where I know the feed pipe fits, and whether that might solve my problem. What do you reckon? I think there's only one way really to find out, no? I'm going to replace everything, including this bleed nipple. And I'm looking at them now, and they're all the same brand, so I shouldn't have any compatibility issues. Okay, and then in with the new hardware into the old body. Put this retaining clip in, like so. And then the new boot as well, like that, and that just slots on over. Okay, and that now is an old body with all new hardware. So a new boot, a new end, a new piston, a new spring with the seals on it, and a new bleed nipple. So what do we think are the chances of this working? There is literally only one way to find out. I've either been really clever or I've just completely wasted my time. Okay, so let's just compress this one using my little jig and then get it on the car. Did you see that? That just went on easy as that. That just snugs up nicely. So, I don't know. Okay, so we've got the pressure bleeder connected one more time, got the reservoir topped up. I'm just going to come down here now and then do the usual bleeding sequence. Come on, please work, please work, please work. There he goes. Oh yeah, loads. Yeah, load more. Okay, then I just need to take my little jig off and then bolt the slave cylinder back up to the gearbox and see if that's done anything. I am not hopeful. Okay, that's it, all installed. So, moment of truth. Let's press this horrible clutch pedal with the engine off. See if anything happens. No, we've got the old error back now where it just goes all the way to the floor. How delightful. Okay, I'm gonna give it the old pump trick. That's worked previously and lots of people say that always works. Oh, to be fair, it's come back. Spongy as hell though. Oh. I'm at my wit's end with this clutch. I just don't know where to go from here. I think I very might have to get a professional over to take a look and to, well, not only to take a look, but to actually fix it, because I am right at the edge of my skill and experience, which was at a low point anyway. Oh, this is gutting, this is. Why can't it just work? I've done everything else. I've taken the engine out. I've replaced half the front of the car. I cannot get this clutch to work. Right, okay. I bled it again. I didn't film it because like before I wanted a clear head. I went and had lunch, I sat down, did some deep breathing, had a coffee. I think this time I might actually have done it. So the pedal is like nice and firm. There's a nice feel to the pedal as well. It's not spongy like it was before, and more importantly, it goes into gear really nicely with the engine on, which it wasn't doing before. I'm still up on axle stands. This is very promising. Have I done it? I don't know. I mean, I can feel it right now. There's a very low biting point, but maybe that's what you'd expect for a brand new clutch. I'm not sure. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put it on the floor again, aren't I, and try and drive it. So let's just see if this drives then, shall we? Into gear, very easy. Should probably shut the door. We're driving. We are driving. Oh my god, I've done it. The brakes are awful. Reverse. Oh. Oh. I don't really know what to say. The relief is that strong. I'm more relieved that I just managed to drive this car that far and backwards than I was when I put the engine back in and turned it on for the first time. Yes, hopefully that is it. Hopefully that is it. And that this car actually does drive properly. Oh, wow. Who ever thought that doing this would be so stressful? It's just a car. I came this close to quitting. This close, and it all worked out in the end. So this trick that I did with replacing the internals from this new body into the old one seems to have done the trick. So I'm like pretty pleased with myself right now. The one thing I will say though is that the brakes now feel awful, and because I've been farting around bleeding that shared reservoir so much, I'm thinking I might need to now bleed the brakes one more time, which is incredibly irritating. But if I've got to do it, I've got to do it. I'm going to give myself a nice little easy job, but it's going to make a massive difference. A lovely, fantastic trim piece for here. So this was actually a second-hand piece. I didn't want to get a brand new one, to be honest with you, because I didn't think it would match everything, because, you know, this is all 16-year-old plastic now, so I thought if I get a second-hand one, it'll actually blend in way more. How does this go on there then? So someone's already been in here once before, look, and put new clips in. Well, they all face a set. Oh god, how does that go then? All right, hang on. So that, how the hell are you supposed to put that on? No, that's no clearer. No idea how that goes on. You just push it. No, don't go like that, and then don't go like that. No. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I know what to do. You've got to put these things actually in here first, which means taking these out of here, which means I'm probably going to snap them when I take them out of there, because I've just had a look behind. I'm going to try removing them. If I do snap them, I'm going to buy another kit, get these little bits, put them in there, and then you just kind of press it on in there. A little bit annoying, but what isn't annoying on this job? Yeah, I just massacred it. I wanted to end today on a high, not a low. That's not really a low though. I'll just buy in a couple more clips. There you go, look, there's the clips. £2.65. Not bad at all. So I'm not entirely sure what the moral of the story is today. Perseverance, maybe? Yeah, I reckon so, perseverance. So yeah, I'm pretty happy I got that done. That is nice. So those brakes are feeling a little bit spongy now, and there's definitely more travel to the pedal than there was even yesterday or the day before. So I think I am going to have to re-bleed these brakes. I haven't got time to do that today, so you'll see me do that in the next video. Oh, I'm just pretty pleased. Oh, honestly, I came this close to having to call the professionals. I mean, I haven't driven it out on the road yet. It could all still go Pete Tong on me, but it's definitely working like it wasn't working before. Right, I will see you in the next one.